welcome to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of Lemon Champ or Lucky Track Dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough in Chrissy.
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
We're sure you'll giggle a little.
And learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is Chris.
This is Chrissy.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Mental. And welcome to a 420 episode. Oh, I know what you're thinking.
Right?
You're thinking 420. How the hell do those idiots last that long doing 420 episodes? Well, it's because of you, dear listener. But this is a Mercedes-Benz 420 episode, which was sold as the 420 SEL in the US and also as the 420 SEC and 420 SL elsewhere until the late 80s into 1991. It represents peak old school Mercedes engineering, massively overbuilt, quietly powerful, engineered with very little concern for weight or fuel economy, powered by a 4.2 liter M116 M117 V8. The 420 delivered smooth, effortless torque rather than outright speed, wrapped in a chassis designed to cruise indefinitely at Autobahn speeds. These cars were aimed at executives and dignitaries, not racers. But that bulletproof mindset is exactly what gives them their cult following today. I like to think this is the era when engineers ran Mercedes, not the accountants. But in the context of endurance racing, the Mercedes 420 is hilariously inappropriate and strangely well suited. It's heavy, it's complex, it's stubbornly luxurious, but it's mechanically honest, it's durable, and surprisingly forgiving when driven below the limit. The literal 420 badge is going to give you instant theme credibility. Tank-like construction, under stress V8 makes it the kind of car that won't win on pace, but might still be running long after the faster, smarter cars have quietly expired. But if you're not building Mercedes 420, what are you working on?
Well, so
lovely.
Mental.
Yes.
Mental. To be clear, I worked in Marin County for Mercedes-Benz in that era, and the people I worked with were, what's his name? The guy who ran the Grateful Dead, and the other guy who died like a day ago. And I dealt with those people, and they liked their Mercedes.
Yeah.
And I was a warranty claims administrator for MBNA at that time, Mercedes-Benz of North America. And yeah, there was a reason they put me in Marin County, California,
To deal with Bob Weir.
to do this. Oh, Bob Weir. Yeah, Bob Weir. Sorry. And yeah, I did this. I met those people. I know their shit. And sorry, can I not swear in this?
No,
so
doesn't you can matter. swear. That's good.
Gets my dad to quit listening immediately. It's great.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah. Sorry, Mental's dad. But I've done that. I've dealt with those people, and I know them. And yeah, if you're a Grateful Dead fan, you don't want to hear what I want to say.
But what did you think of the cars? Because three of the five of us are shameless Mercedes fans.
There were pagodas that came into the shop, right? 230, 250, 280 SLs. Oh my God, gorgeous, right? The incredible cars, and that's what they drove. And they were really cool. And they didn't limit us in any way monetarily to keep their cars running.
Nice. Yep.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, Mental You're definitely not working on a Mercedes, let alone a beautiful pagoda.
I know.
So-
This is the
What is it?
What
the
are you,
longest. This is the longest I've been without a Mercedes for, God, decades.
You have different German car problems now.
Yeah,
Right.
I do. I have actually worked on nothing. I've been a little busy at work, and then Vicky was not feeling under the weather, and I don't think I've made it into the garage since the last time we had an episode. It's got stuff going on, so I'm working on work, but yeah. And then Vicky and I went to an exhibit here in Las Vegas called The Colors of Mexico. It's an interactive art exhibit at a restaurant here that was really, really cool. And they have an entire, like, all the mirrored rooms and the projectors and that kind of stuff. So that was fun, but I have not turned a wrench. I do have a turbo waiting, the third version of the turbo waiting on my bench to get installed in a bread van.
Good.
Good luck.
Oh, you have, to be clear, you have Anton's bread van?
Technically it's Quincy's, but yes.
I'm not going to fight you on that.
Yes, it is accelerating property devaluation in my neighborhood and parked in front of my house as we speak.
Great.
Okay. All right. I accept that. Right.
Broken down in front of his house is a better description.
Not moving.
It drove there under its own power.
It's just not going to move anytime. Right, it's not going to move
Creating its
until.
own super fun site too. So that's nice.
Well, eventually it's going.
goes in.
Eventually, it's going to run out of its own liquids. So the Superfund site will be not indefinite.
Just mentally, you needed to park it over that tree stump, and then you could have gone down. And would have worked.
Could have drilled some holes, set it on fire.
Exactly. Would have worked out great. Oh,
Right.
well.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, who's next? I'll go. I didn't do anything either. I've been working, unfortunately, too much. This is a busy time of year at work. And stuff around the house. We went skiing because that's what we do in a
You live in
summer.
Colorado.
And then we watch football.
Yep.
So where in Colorado do you guys live?
Mountain foothills just west of Denver.
Okay, so my sister and her husband live in Frisco.
He's searching
Further
for.
out than us. Yeah, quickly Googling where Frisco
Google.
is.
Yeah, well, where all the ski areas are. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's at Silverthorne. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Lovely.
So
Great.
I've been there many times.
Okay. Well,
We
We're
think
not
it's
too
great
far.
here. Yeah.
All right.
Timmy, what are you working on?
Well, I just got my new garage door installed. So
Yay!
welcome to the 21st century. It's so quiet.
$6 million later.
Yes. But it did put a little bit of heat on me to actually organize my garage, because I had to take everything that was in 10 feet of the opening and move it away from the door. So I spent most of the day today kind of reorganizing, putting things back together, throwing a bunch of stuff out. So
Good for you.
I'm halfway done, pulled the Corvette out to have it done, pulled it back in. Now I'm going to throw it up on the quick jacks and hopefully get that thing dialed up before I leave on Monday to head to Daytona for the Rolex 24. So looking forward to that. That should be fun. We've got a big crew that's going. I'm sure no fun will be had and everyone will be well behaved.
No stories and no laughs will be had.
None.
None.
And I just wanted to thank our former guest from Race Setup Pro. I got a nice hoodie from those guys, so I'll be rocking that thing at Daytona. And then I've got a welder coming, so there'll be a welder waiting for me when I get home, so I can finally start to learn how to weld after having that on my to-do list for 4 years.
Only because it was brought up recently on your goals list that you have probably need to do something about that.
Yeah.
This is kind of cool, though.
Tim, to be clear, my cage building class is a week and a half away, and I could teach you that shit. So we can make that happen. It's full, but you're Tim, right? We can get you here.
I'll put an orange vest on and supervise.
And we can do it, right? No, I'm not a supervisor. I'm a trainer, okay?
I think he's going to supervise.
Yeah.
But this is kind of cool because we are getting a loaner. Tim is getting a loaner.
There's a company,
Captain.
A new company that is doing. It's kind of an entry level welder. They've got a few different models. This one will do MIG, flux core. It will do TIG. It will do stick welding. And I think it's on sale for like $399. They're also sending me an aluminum spool so I can weld aluminum, which will be fun to do. So, looking forward to doing that. I'm going to make a couple of videos of a complete newbie trying to figure out how to turn metal into liquid and not hurt himself in the process. So, John, I'll be calling you on your class.
So to be clear, I think many of you know that I spend my time here in California, and then I go out to the back of beyond on Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, and I got one of those Art Captain welders. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, it looks high quality. Everything looks good, but I will weigh in on that very heavily when I use it. And go from there. But I have an Art Captain. I got the whole shooting match from Art Captain, shipped it to my place in Nova Scotia, and we'll go from there. I fired it up. I made some real quick welds, no issues, but we'll see what happens.
Sweet.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Chrissy, what you working on?
I was traveling for work last week. That's where I was. I was in a hotel room in Milwaukee. That went really well. Came home, no problems, and went skiing. And now I am working here. So still doing some onboarding, have another day of onboarding. And then Thursday, I start traveling the plant. So getting a little bit of the lay of the land, figure out which building I'm in and where I need to walk to. So yeah, more to come.
Fantastic. And you've obviously heard the voice in the background. For those of you who don't know, that's Lemon's tech wizard, John Pagel, evil genius himself. Needs no introduction, really. So, and definitely not shy about joining in the conversation, which is even better. So thanks for being here, John. Looking forward to it. Chrissy?
No problem.
I was wondering if you wanted to add what you're working on to John.
Yeah, please. John, what
am I working on? I knew this was coming, but yet none of my alarms went off. I was welding a cage into an E46 four-door sedan for Lemons to race in California. I have behind them a Miata, another E46, but this time a coupe, and I think a 1995 Corolla. I don't know. Cages. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay. And they'll get done.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, it is time for news and notes time. The NSX is back from the dead. Kinda. Andrew Collins at The Drive has this story. The legendary mid-engine supercar Acura has been reimagined and brought back to an ultra-limited run from redesign by the design house Atella Design, based on the rare second-generation NSX that Honda built from 2016 to 2022. This tribute version mashed up heritage styling with modern performance cues. And though it's endorsed by Honda, is not a mass market road car. It is a few off project, which means to showcase what Italian design can do. with extreme limited production and eye-watering prices rumored to be well north of $1 million. The NSX itself has always been prized for its balance and precision and speed, and this continuation nods to that legacy with fresh bodywork and aerodynamic tweaks, blending the classic supercar feel with contemporary design. And a reminder that even icons evolve and that the passion projects like this keep automotive dreams alive for racers and fans.
Did anybody
So-
catch the little Easter egg there on the video when the
Nice
foot,
shoes.
when the penny loafers with the white socks?
Yeah, right. So
That's
to be
that's what
clear-
Senna was wearing when he drove one.
Yeah, well, I owned one of the few cars that was built on the original NSX platform assembly line, a first generation Honda Insight. Aluminum extruded panel car that was, I think Honda lost $20,000 on each and every one they built. A totally cool car. And it's coming back to me. We won't talk about that. Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Suzuka. Yep. That's where our NSX was built too. That's fun.
All right.
Great.
Well,
Tim A.
pour out some 5W30 for the legendary Hans Hermann. Victoria Beaver at Car and Driver tells us the legend passed this week at a ripe age of 97. Hermann was the German driver who helped deliver Porsche its first overall win at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Is remembered for his not just his racing luck, but for a career that spanned rallying, endurance classics, and even Formula One. He got his start behind the wheel of his own Porsche 356 and went on to race for Mercedes-Benz in F1 before becoming a cornerstone of Porsche's sports car program. His most famous achievement, though, came in 1970 when he and co-driver Richard Atwood brought the Porsche 917 home to secure the brand's first Le Mans victory, a triumph he kept in bittersweet perspective by retiring from competition immediately afterwards because he made a promise to his wife. Beyond that iconic win, Hermann's legacy includes decades of contributions to racing and automotive heritage, making him one of the true figures of endurance racing history.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Life well lived.
Our buddy, Hooniverse founder, fellow Lemons racer, Jeff Glucker has this lovely little tease over at Motor One. Luftgold, the legendary art Porsche show, considered by some to be a holy festival for air-cooled Porsches, is rolling into Tokyo for the first time ever this March. It is the art event founded by former factory driver Patrick Long. They are shutting down part of the KK route in the Ginza district, and I know Judge Phil is correcting my pronunciation as we speak. Hundreds of rare and historic Porsches will be able to parade through the city in what's basically going to be the most photogenic car show ever. Registration opens on January 22nd. Spectator tickets go on sale February 2nd. And even if I am stuck watching the live stream on my phone like the rest of us mere mortals, it really is probably shaping up to be a can't miss celebration of the whole passion and culture and automotive artistry, even if it's on the other side of the world. When I did the Air and Water show, Patrick Long himself was basically, as cars would come in, he would look at your car and then figure out where he wanted it to go. So that would always have this really cool photographic background. So there, yeah, that's going to be a great, great event.
Some.
So BMWs, we all agree, they're boring, right? But they're also fun. And some of them are less boring than the others. So here on Racing Junk, we found this actually interesting and not cheaty BMW that looks great. And even better, this owner is smart enough that they got a pro membership and they could post 20 pictures showing the car in good detail. Who knew if you post good pictures, you're more likely to sell your car than the one blurry photo at night, right? So from the ad, it's an 80s, and I will edit here. It is not an 80s, really. It's an 80, 90, 91 car based on the body.
The bumpers,
Anyway.
yeah.
Yep, and the taillights. E30 road course car with a 1.8 liter M42 double overhead cam engine and 5-speed manual transmission. There are extensive upgrades to newer E36 or E46 brake components and other elements. The car was originally built by the previous owner to compete at a very low weight and small CC engine. I believe the car to weigh around 2,100 pounds. Since I've owned the car, I brought everything up to current track-ready condition, like brake rotors, pads, 200 tread tires, new clutch, aluminum flywheel, new soft brake lines. The car was regularly driven in HPDE events in 2025, last driven on track in mid-October, and will continue to be in the rotation of cars I take to the track until it's sold. Depending on how long the car, I might likely relocate the battery box, install a passenger seat, and I can also do that for any buyer who wants it. So this car is available for purchase two ways, either $7,500 or with a big pile of spares for $9,500. It looks like a good deal on what's like a clean, quick, and fun E30 lightweight. That's in Fort Mill, South Carolina.
That's a good deal for that car because, yeah, spec E30s have gotten stupid pricey.
That one looks clean and straight.
Should I post the picture of E30 Jenga at Thunder Hill? I mean, that's this thing. There's 5, 6 E30s piled up in a spec E30 race. Yeah.
We covered that when it happened.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That was a lovely oops.
Also, long ago, when we started racing, we used to make fun of how many E30s were around. We made the first ban E30 sticker, and now there's none left. So
Now
we moved on to mocking E46s.
Yes, not E30s.
Yeah.
Okay, upcoming races. There are none.
Well, there is one, but it's
okay,
invitation
there is.
only. It's the Lucky Dog Championship. So good luck to all of those people.
We don't have anything on there. But maybe we'll be able to report on some more things too soon because there's more racing coming. Listener feedback.
Oh, sorry. I guess. Yep. All right.
That's
On the YouTube, our good buddy Michael K said, quote, ordering the nearest AutoZone to the track was what we did for a new team for Saturn axles. If you do a bunch of arrive and drives, H&R post should also be in your box that you store the Hans in. So the post, spare socks is also a great idea. Tools in a pile on a table is literally team instruction. If you do not know where it goes, put it on top of the toolbox, which is actually exactly what I have to tell my wife when she needs anything out of the garage. Just put it here. Just put it. I will put it wherever it goes. That way I know if you don't, it doesn't go missing. Top tip on top of that, waterproof grill cover big enough to go over the toolbox, including the pile of tools on top of it, which is probably a really good thing when it's busting down rain.
Just get a garage.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's talking about the track.
If only it were that easy.
Fair.
Believe me, it was not.
Not every track has ample garages.
And when it's a knife fight, sometimes you lose. Anyway, LJ says, my brother has roughly 20 giant plastic storage containers full of Beanie Babies. Was he a child fascinated with them at the time? No, he's 12 years older than me. Yeah, he thought there would be a great retirement plan, so he spent the better part of the 90s cruising Hallmark stores looking for Peanut the elephant, just in case you're wondering how the Jones family's legacy is shaping up. John, last week we were talking about collections and collecting things that you thought were going to be worth something and then they're not. And I said I did this with Beanie Babies, except I was 12 at the time, so it was okay.
Well, I mean, I am actually going to pull the trigger on a deal to buy a Volvo 1800 race car. I mean, you know me. I'm a Volvo guy from Hawaii, right?
Oh.
So I need to ship it to California to make it work. And I don't know why it got shipped from California, but this is a car I traded paint with it. And in the 80s, a long time ago, and it somehow got shipped to Hawaii to do autocross or something like that. And the fact that it's been abandoned there and has no value because you have to ship it back to the United States is something we have, 2 hours ago, decided to make happen.
Fantastic.
No fail.
No fail. That's exactly what I was just going to say.
Oh, there's all kinds of fail. I mean, yeah, I mean, did I tell my wife about this? No. Did I, you know, it's, we'll see, right? But it's a Volvo 1800 race car. Sorry.
You can't lose. It's a hatchback. You can,
like we said, you can lose, but it's okay.
I've lost many times. Okay.
Fair. So we also posted custom toe straps that Chris found, and we asked our listeners to what would they put on their custom toe strap, and there were some fantastic responses.
Greg's S said, "Nice to see you again."
Tim.
Well, hang on. I'm
Sorry.
I'm scrolling back up. I'm scrolling back up.
Phil Mingus said, it ain't gonna yank itself. Ron said, "Wiener steppin'."
Ben Barrett said, "Not again." Oops. And then B Train put on his, "Let's hook up."
So the whole thing about the straps is that we had incidents where exposed hooks for the to hook up the tow hooks on for anyone were sticking out, and then we found out in an accident they were cutting through the doors of a car. So we want soft straps that are within the bodywork of the car and don't damage or cut into the cars around them.
Oh yeah.
So
And we will get to that rule.
Is that
Absolutely.
what we're going to call it?
So, I mean, our rule is now soft toe straps.
Yeah.
What that means is that whatever mount you do for those toe straps has to be within the confines of the body of the car. I.e., they can't extrude beyond the car and become a
Can opener
cutting device that cuts into another car.
And we're going to get there. We're still just doing sarcastic responses for.
I get it. Right.
Yes. Hold that thought.
Right?
We'll be right back to it.
We're
More
doing
to come on that one.
funny things now, rules later. Okay. David Eccles says, "Remove before scrapping." And Scott McMichael says, "You're my favorite hooker."
Oh.
Now, Mark Peacock, because on that Amazon ad, knowing their market, Amazon includes zip ties because, and I quote, "screws may not be suitable." And we will go over why neither of those are an option for race cars.
Nope. Glenn said, "I got lucky with a hooker, and I was thinking of a strap that says pull my finger, jerk here, or maybe a Jeremy Clarkson. It hasn't gone well."
Right.
Mark Peacock also said, when my nephew knocked the entire front end off of our car at Road Atlanta, they put a little Motorsports Emergency Services was here sticker on it. We need something clever to pay them back for that. And we had mentioned that what was the biggest fail that you had? And Jimmy Varellis said they had a 78-cent shifter pin fall out and ruin their race because they could no longer shift the car. And guess what? You can't get that the same day. So now he has a bag of 3 of them. So that was the original race at Altamont. He has not needed it since.
So is this Rick James?
Yes.
Okay. All right. To be clear, it's not Rick James. It's Rick and James, who are among my favorite people, and their BMW that I have now. Well, yeah, we won't talk about that. Okay. I mean, so yeah, Rick James, is what I call them. Yeah.
It's Rick
Cool
James,
people.
bitch. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, we all got to see his butt for his birthday party at Button Willow.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Well, you know who would never spend $1 million on an NSX?
Correct. And probably wouldn't buy a 78-cent pin for a shifter.
You know whose toe strap would just say something like, "Thank you."
Thank you.
That would be Chrissy's mom. And on the backside it says, "Come get a cookie."
It would say, yeah, would you like a cookie?
Right. So when I tell people, I'm like, this guy is going out on a hot track with yellow flags protecting him, and he is going to lay down in front of your car to try to hook something up. You need to have that so he can do that and get out of there and not get killed. So, yeah, that's the deal. You need something big that guy can do and do it. And to be clear, there are, especially on the East Coast, there's these, when anyone wants to go out, they do the 35, the pink flag thing, where everything is going slow and they're trying to fix all this stuff. We don't do that out here because we need the people to access the tow hooks to get them out of there quickly.
All right. So it's got to be soft. Got that. Understand the point.
Right.
So it doesn't stick outside the bodywork and become a
Right.
spear or a can opener or a, sharp projectile. Great.
Right.
So how, my question becomes on a car with plastic bumpers, for example, at what point, does it need to be soft? Like the plastic, is it within the bodywork? Is it inside the bumper? If it's fabric, is that good enough? Or does it need to go back to a structural element? Let's be very clear for people when they're redoing them, they can do them the best way.
So it has to be able to pull the car in a shock load
No
of
ties.
probably 10,000 pounds, right? I mean, you have a car being towed out of the mud, and a truck pulling them out. And so let's say the car weighs, average Lemon's car is 2,500 pounds. You have to pull that car out, the shock load to pull that out. If it doesn't break and it gets you out of there, that's where you need to be, right? So, yeah. But it also can't be a can opener that, cuts through the doors into the passenger compartment of someone else's car, right? So,
like we're going to need to do this on our Mazda. It's Mazda 3, where the front we use the stock screw in spear because it was easy and it was there. Fine. So we did that. So, I'm going to have to redo that. Got it. So I was thinking either I'm going to have to go, bumper off in the body, weld on a nut or a through bolt through like a bumper and bolt the strap in that way. Or I was thinking if I take the stock one off, cut it back about halfway, weld the tab of the strap onto that, screw that back in. It seems to also follow those rules.
I would agree with that statement. Okay. So what we don't want, again, is can openers that are going to cut into someone else's car, but we want them to be strong enough for a shock load of probably 10,000 pounds. You're pulling a car out of the muddy morass with a truck with all of that stuff. So you need to engineer for that shock load.
Yeah. And, as complimentary as I can be about the corner or the recovery workers we have, out on the West Coast, they've got a team that they hire that'll go to all the Lemons tracks. Those guys are fantastic. Then it's certain other tracks, you get down to CMP and it's, the guys that just work at the track. I've been pulled out by giant Oshkosh ambulances, and I've been pulled out by Steve's truck, who just was working that weekend. So you've got to kind of engineer your solution, recognizing that there is a wide spectrum of recovery efforts that are going to be going on there. And yes, so you've got it recessed in the bodywork, but you've wrapped it around a few times so it doesn't yank off. I feel like there was also a trend happening in Lemons where the tow hooks were getting to be afterthoughts. Like, oh crap, we're putting the car on the trailer. Hey, somebody go grab a U-hook real quick, and I'm just going to tack this on. And which is how we ended up busting that dude's finger at Button Willow. So,
which is absolutely true. I mean, that is what led to this, right? We weren't policing the attachments. We are going to be doing that going forward. And yeah, I have a convo with all my tech inspectors, all 6 of them, because we keep it limited and we want them to make sure we know what they're doing. We are going to do that, and we're going to make it work. And we don't want to play.
No, and it's not people being officious and pedantic. It really is in the nature of not just your safety, you driving this car, but everyone else that's on the track. And as John has mentioned, those hardworking, probably crazier than we are people who go out onto a track full of 140 cars and lay down on the ground to get your hoopty out of the grass.
Yep. That is my statement in tech. When I said, I don't like this, I say, a guy is going out there, cars are going by him at whatever miles per hour. He has to lay down on the track to find how to connect your car to tow it out. You don't want him to do that. You need a extremely clean, extremely visible, and absolutely strong place to tow the car out. That's where this comes from. We don't want that guy to fight on a hot track. Do you want to go to the pink flag 35 mile per hour crap? We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to do that. We want to do hot tows, and we want to get those cars off the track without interfering with anyone else who's on the racing, local yellows, all of the stuff we do on the West Coast. We want to be clear. We want our racers who are paying us to do what we do to get as much track time as they can.
Absolutely.
In a racing situation, right?
And we've got links that we're going to have in the show notes of excellent tow strap. Don't get all, oh my God, they're making us spend more money. These are affordable, superior solutions. But while we've got you here, John, love to start picking your brain about some other things too, because rumor mills get started. And I know that's one of your pet peeves, but I know we've got some other folks in here that got some questions. Tim's got a question for you.
All right.
So, what are the most common things that you see people fail tech for when, new car coming in, other than the cage, not full welds or something like that? What are the things that people are like, oh man, I didn't think about that?
Well, the fatal things are the cage. Okay, that's fatal, right? I mean, you show up, it is Friday, and you're trying to get this stuff done, and your cage is wrong, and all that is wrong. Oftentimes, there are people who can fix that. But mostly it's like loose, poorly installed seats, bad geometry on the belts, crappy welds that weren't completed, which are easy to fix, right? Things like that, right? It's the outliers. It's the, hey, I'm doing this and I need to do this, but I missed these things. And I think that is really where certainly a new team fails. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's some of the nuances that
So,
when you
well,
don't,
I
when you're
mean-
not looking at the details and you're not trying, you don't know, you've never done it before, or you don't know that that's wrong.
That is the thing. I mean, daily I get, it's like I'm building this cage. I want to build it in X meaning whatever car it is. How do I do this? And I need to answer them in a non-dismissive, but hey, you need to figure this stuff out. And one of the big things for lemons is always helmet height, right? I mean, we fight that every single race, every single day. We send people around. The short people show up for tech, and we pass the car, and then they put the 6'6" guy in the car, and his head is above the roll cage, and we fail them, and they get on my case because the car passed. It's like, well,
the car
the
passed.
rules are the rules.
The car can go out, but
I didn't know you
Bob
had a
can't.
really tall guy.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Oh,
we had
no,
Jan.
you don't understand. They will put the short guy or girl. I mean, we are. I mean, to be clear, we have for a non-female centric or exclusive racing series, we have the best penetration of female drivers, I think, for what we do and the amount of drivers, in the world.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah.
Well,
We had Jan Webb, and she was talking about how she sends 3 people back.
in a family of all these people. Yeah. So
She sends people back, and then they kind of look at her like, well, how could you possibly know this? You have ovaries. Look, your head is above the stupid thing. Stop
it's a
trying to
thing.
die.
Yeah. All right. No, I mean, some of our female tech inspectors are, well, not some, I would say all are badass. They don't apologize. They just send the people back and go fix this. And the guys are like, oh, you need to, baby. We need to do this. Whatever the population is in the United States, 52% female, we need to get there. That's who we need racing.
Agreed. Hey, let's talk about lighting. That's a new rule change this year that I know people are concerned about. How do I get lights? Like, should I just go buy the 30 foot wide Chinese LED light bar on Amazon? That looks good. And I'll mount it on my roof because that'll be good, right? So can you give us a primer on what should people be doing to set up their lights this year now that we're getting a little more specific about it?
Well, also, let's go back to the first statement I make when someone asks a question like that, and there's that, did you read the
Well, no, of course not.
Our rules are pretty clear. All right. You can't run light bars. You can't run unfocused anything. And as of this year, we require your number lights to be backlighted, not forelighted. In other words, there has to be a light source for the numbers of your cars. And this can be done really, really inexpensively. There are these things that are on anywhere you want to go look. They are called lighted sketching pads that are big enough, and they run on USB power, 5 volts. And then you can negatively knock out your numbers in that. And these things, they're visible from a mile away, and you can see it.
It's like a light bright, basically.
Well, it's a light frame. They are generally standard sizes for paper. So 11 by 17, 8.5, all those things. And you can do that and they're super cheap. They plug into, and you think, oh, that's not bright enough, but you're not trying to project light, right? You are trying to block light. So you put one of these things on your car, you do a reverse cutout of whatever you want to do, duct tape or anything like that, to make your number, and they're totally visible, and you can do all the lights in your car for well under $100.
Does
And
the
we've
roof
got a
apply
link
to that as well?
to
Or just
the,
the doors?
we've got a link to the Chris Blizzard lighting guide that he wrote. And this isn't an official thing. This is just him going, hey, here's stuff that can help you.
Oh, no.
And here is exactly,
Chris is pretty close to official, but
Yeah.
to be clear. All right.
this is exactly what, if you're watching this, Chris is talking about. That's an illuminated one-page thing that he just simply backlit the numbers and put them in there. And you can
Right,
see
yeah.
them, and you can silicone it in place. And these are really, really durable, and they will take some abuse. And there you have it. There's your numbers. And then just a couple of seconds, he's, puts a little tape over it to protect them. And bam, there it is, lit up.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if you want to go and you want to look, I need a race car lighting to run at, Monaco in the dark. Yeah, you'll come up with high dollars, right? But these are sketch pads. What they're made to do is to trace stuff when you're drawing, and you can mount, and they're USB powered, and you can mount them on your car, and then you just negatively knock out the numbers, i.e. you use vinyl or whatever it is to close out the spots on that. And you're like, that's not a lot of,
But it's
And so to power these, would a battery pack running to those be adequate? Because obviously the kill switch needs to turn off all power to everything in the car. So how are we going to?
But when the kill switch is off, they're in the pits and they're fueling, and we don't care.
Okay.
Does that
But
make
also,
sense?
those panels are flexible, so you don't have to worry about the contours of your car.
Some are, some aren't. I mean, some are pretty fragile. You need to play the game. So I went earlier this morning, as I suggested to people to do that. I'm thinking you can buy 3 panels for less than $100. In other words, they're less than $33.50 per panel, because you need 3. You need one on the roof or the hood, and one on each side of the car. And I think for less than $100, you can have lit. And again, it's a negative thing. They are lit. You cut out the numbers from vinyl or something like that and do it. And they run on 5-volt USB connectors, and they're awesome.
16 by 6 by 12 inches, and they are $22.99 on Amazon. Naturally, we're going to have a link in the show notes.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you can do it. I mean, you need longer. If you have a 3-digit number, it gets a little more complex. You got to figure it out, but you can figure it out.
Cool.
All right,
Great.
do we have enough on lights? We're good?
Read the rules, people.
Enlightened. I'm
Read the
very
rules.
enlightened.
Enlightened.
Put your damn stock headlights back in. Leave them in.
Right? And then maybe clean them up. That's what I'm planning. That's what we're planning on doing, because I'm going to get one of those 3M cleaning sets to
Amends.
because they're a little bit yellow. So I think that'll help a lot. All right, John. Next topic. What are the things that you might like to see that people do with their car and safety prep, even if they're not actually rules yet?
Buy cage from Rhodes. The cages, the kit cages, the cheap kit cages are crap. And yeah, don't buy them. Go to a custom cage builder, or whatever, and understand the geometry that gets you to a safe harness system, right? You need to have all of the bolts and everything in the right place. Those are the things that minorly fail people. I mean, when you have a totally screwed cage, that's a different deal, right? I mean, I deal with that, and well, lately we've had people rebuilding cages at the track on Friday night, but
Less than ideal.
What?
Gonna have a bad time if you do that.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Well, I mean, if Erica is there, it'll get done, right? So I'm saying, for me, I tell people every time their first contact is like, show me your work. Keep showing me what you're doing.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He may have lost his phone. It may have ate battery faster than he expected.
Except he's still here.
Well, point
is
being,
he still there? Did we just lose video?
See the name. Normally the name
but we don't hear anything.
Fair enough.
Hey, the point being, get a good cage.
Yes.
He recommended Rhodes race cars. I know people have done well with them. What's the one in Virginia? Why can't I remember
Racing components?
Roll Cage Components.
Roll Cage Components. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yep.
Guy
Roll
named
Cage.
Jim at Roll Cage Components has done a lot of cages and cage kits, and people have been very happy. We've installed a couple of those kits. Actually, just one. But it was very good.
Hand them the rules. Print it out and hand it to them and ask them to make the cage as large as possible.
Yeah.
The
circle
other
track
thing,
cage guy, not their best choice, because
the other thing that and if you're building something weird, if you've got a Javelin or a Marlin and you don't have an Erica and you don't have a Corey Dickman, email John constantly. And that was where he was going when his phone died. Take a ton of pictures and then email him and like, hey, we are going to do X, Y, and Z, and save yourself some hassle. And the more he sees of the work, the less he has to investigate trackside. And that's gonna keep you happy. That's gonna make you on there. I ended up having a long conversation with the guy that we put in touch with, Jerry Ringel, because Jerry Ringel's built a couple cages, and it's there's any number of forums out there where people will walk you through the process. Hey, do this, take a bunch of pictures. There's the infamous, unless John Pagel signs off on it, Facebook group.
Well, even the unofficial Facebook Lemons group, if you post up, I'm looking for assistance with the cage, here's where I am. We have done more matchmaking, in the last year, of people just saying, hey, I'm here, I need some help. We'll hook you up. We know people that are in most places, and if not, we'll tell you where to go. So, yeah.
And then and John has been known to haunt this Facebook group right here, and you'll see his responses at 2:00 in the morning when he's like, "No."
I love that the top part of the post on that group of John's is a picture of a cage that Chrissy and I took at the junkyard in Pennsylvania of a car.
I did not know that.
That's funny.
And Chrissy put it up and said, "This looks legit, right?" And that is the cover page.
All right, I'm going to go back and show that again if you're watching this on YouTube, because I love the A bar that's bent and welded. Looks like right there. You guys were there,
right?
And it kind of comes through the middle of the window.
Yeah, and you can see the top of the hoop through the windows. And this is an Integra, it's not a big car. And you can see the backstays that go only about 10 degrees down. Where do you think those went?
Amazing.
Every once in a while, the junkyard gives you.
We saw it and said,
You're
"Oh,
gold."
Look at that."
I mean, legit, we've talked about Chris looks for car parts, and I look for funny, interesting, weird things in the junkyard.
Documents.
So
many
it's my
court documents.
favorite.
Corey and I, we had to go and steal a rear diff out of an El Camino during a race, and we walked by a Dodge Charger and was in an accident, mangled up, and it had yellow paint, marker paint on it, and it was obviously a police impounded vehicle from a crime scene, and it had circles from the bullet holes, and then on the rear quarter panel it just said blood with a big circle.
Oh, wow.
I was like, snapping a picture of that one.
That's a lot.
Hey, that's a great idea, because I feel like a lot of our listeners just enjoy going to the junkyard. Like I had to get a new for my Hyundai, the sun visor on the passenger side just would fall down. So I just needed the new little rotating clip on there. And I went by there after work and literally walked up to the thing, and the cashier looked at me and went, "Really, dude?" I'm like, "I'm just being honest." He goes, "Get out of here." But even if you're just going for something like that, I enjoy, I always allocate a little extra time to wander around the junkyard. What's the funniest, weirdest, coolest, dumbest thing you have seen at the junkyard? Bonus points if you send us a picture.
Oh, we have gone on a tangent, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Just throw that up there.
Sounds like an on the spot right there. Sounds like an on the spot.
No, just so put it in the doodly doo, send it to us on any of our socials. It's a great time.
All right,
do we come back to that for the on the spot though?
Do we have any more suggestions for what Pagel might say about the things that people should do in their car and safety prep, even if they aren't rules?
I want to just go on to one quick rewind on toe straps. When you're buying a company's toe strap, whether it be OG or Sparco or whatever, go to the company's website and find out what the weight rating is on it. When you go to buy it from a third party, they don't have those specifics on there. So as I was looking around for there, that's one thing that I noticed. So check and make sure that it's a fairly high weight rating. The highest one I saw was the Sparco one at 6,600. But I also saw one other thing that I didn't know existed, and it's a crash bar wraparound. So you basically take it kind of like you do on your belts, where you wrap it around the rear bar, and then you run it back through itself. And then it's got the hook on the end of that. So if you've got a spot where maybe you need a long strap to get it to exit the car from wherever your structural component is to the end of your bodywork, maybe that is something that you can utilize. So didn't know it existed until just about an hour and a half ago. So do some research. There might be something neat out there. If you know something else, post it in the doodly-doo.
Yeah. But Alex is the guy that we hooked up in Texas, and he's hoping to make it to Houston this year as a perfect example. He just got his car back this week. He's got to fit his dash in there, and then he's taking it back to Jerry. But I think your biggest takeaway, because you can get into the technical weeds on this, but then you've got to write stuff down and remember it later. But if you just remember this one thing, communicate early and often. So reach out to people in the community. Reach out to John Pagel. His information is on the website. Reach out to experienced racers and ask this questions. Is this safe? And you will get sarcastic but honest and reliable replies.
Yep.
Agreed.
All right.
I'm back.
Oh, there he is. All right. So, John, what we were underscoring while you were recharging your phone is, with all the technical specifications, if you have questions, communicate early and communicate often with lots of pictures and lots of questions. And there's obviously, you are the final word, but there are any number of folks out there that will preach the same gospel of, no, that will help you die. Yes, this will keep you safe.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm the final word. I don't like that job. I mean, this is not me saying I can rule over you or anything like that. It is basically me trying to keep other people alive, right? I don't want to play in any of these things, right? Let's figure it out. I was just looking at it as I was trying to hook back up. This guy's like, I have this car. It doesn't meet the wheelbase rule. And I sent him I'll say a somewhat dismissive email, prove to me that you know what you're doing, to ask for the waiver. Oh my God. The technical stuff he sent me was incredible. Will I do it? I don't know at this particular point, but he sent them and I will consider them. How's that for an answer?
Yeah. So somebody, instead of being offended, went, oh, sure, I can show this guy I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm fine with that. And that's my deal. I don't fight. I don't think I am the ultimate arbitrator of safety. I try every single day to make sure that we can do this thing we want to do and we can't hurt people doing it, right? That is my deal. End of sentence, right?
Right.
Let me figure it out. You want to run an MG midget, which doesn't meet our standards of wheelbase, send me your plans.
Right.
That's my answer to everyone who wants to do that. And believe you me, that's one of the I get more people who want to run an MG midget that's 2 inches under our thing than one of any other questions I get. It's like, and most of them,
stop trying to run MG midgets. That's just dumb.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to jump ahead of Tim here.
Right.
But okay, you're in California, but you also split your time in Nova Scotia. I'm in Las Vegas, so 3 of the 5 of us are in places where it's not snowing and we can just screw around all the time. But there's a lot of racers that are their race cars snowbound in their garage. What is a small thing that they could be doing right now? Because they got an itch to go wrench that would make their car safer.
Change all the fluids and check them. Run a magnet through those fluids. Don't spend a whatever Blackstone or whatever. Run your magnet through it. Try to figure out what is going on. Replace all those fluids and go through everything and 0 hour it. Right? And it's like you need to understand what's it is your fire system. I mean, one of the number one things we're failing people on is that and my teeth are working. To be clear, there was going to be a problem with this thing because I had no front teeth about 5 hours ago, and I was going to be a little big fool, but I got them temporarily cemented in just for you, mental. Just for you.
They look amazing, by the way, John. They look fantastic.
Yeah, right. Oh no, these are the temporaries. So to be clear, I'm colorblind. The guy, the dentist, he was like laying up the what he was going to put in, the ceramic that he had made at the lab and everything. He says, "Oh, John, I don't think the color's right." And I'm like, "Put a mirror in front of me." And I'm so, this is totally fine for me. I'm colorblind again, right?
Yeah. Now you got like a nice Dennis Quaid high quality thing going on right now. It's great.
You don't know this guy. This guy's a freaking artist, right? My dentist, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I can't do it." I said, "Can I let's take pictures and send them to my wife?" And my wife's like, "They look fine to me." And and to be clear, there's a huge hole in the front of my mouth. Totally redneck. These, I can move them now. I basically glued them in, right? And he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this, John. The colors are wrong. I'm like, all right. And so we'll put the temporaries back in, and of course they fell out last night. And I'm like, I have to do this podcast, and I don't want to be speaking like this. And I went in today, and they glued the temporaries back in, and they're waiting for the right colors. I'm like, no one can see the difference, but my dentist is so involved. He's so persnickety that he wants the color of the teeth to be absolutely right. Yeah, well, I'm a redneck.
I feel like anal retentiveness is a good quality for a dentist. You don't want to, close enough.
Yeah, dentist.
Yeah. Right.
Good. Well, thanks, John. We're really appreciative of all the good info tonight to help everyone getting their cars a little better shape for this coming season. That's great. So we volunteered you to answer questions too. So there you go.
I will say, I mean, I can't answer for other series. You guys are not Lemons specific. I get it. You race in other series, and this is.
But we're mostly Lemons.
Well, to be clear, I answer questions sent to me daily. I get paid to do it. It is my job. I don't mind doing it. You're not bothering me. I mean, all these people are, oh, we're so sorry. I'm like, no, this is what I do. You can send me those questions and we'll make it work and document it. Send me pictures. And I posted something on the Facebook group about not sending me videos because your freaking shaky video of people doing stuff doesn't work. I need still pictures. I need to understand. I need your tallest driver in the seat. I need to see what you're doing to make your car pass tech, and I will help you. That's my job.
And we are
Fantastic.
including that contact info in the show notes.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Tim, you had a question.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it up with this one, John. What is the sketchiest thing that you've seen a new car show up with in Lemons?
What do you mean a new? Oh, so not a new car,
A fresh build.
A fresh build. Well, I mean, it would have to be the cage, right? I mean, because that's
So what aspect of it? Like, did the guy have a bar protruding right at his head? Like,
no, it would be just crappy, just generally poor construction, right?
Okay.
And bad welds.
I remember in Houston a few years ago seeing a car coming to, you weren't there. I think it was Dave was the tech guy. And I could see from 10 feet away, the backstays had Schedule 40 printed on the pipe.
Yeah, right.
And Dave just looks at him and goes, no.
Yeah, right.
Nope.
Yeah. And that is the deal. I mean, if you show up to a Lemons race and there's some welds that aren't great that can be fixed, or whatever it is, there are people in the paddock who can help you. I mean, on the West Coast, Erica is one of them. I don't do it, but we can make it work. If the catastrophic thing that's not going to allow you to race if you show up is a completely poorly built cage with the wrong material. So my answer is an extremely poorly built cage is going to be what sends you home.
read the rules.
Okay. Read the rules.
Read the rules.
Who knew?
Read the rules.
Just today, I had a guy and he's like, his question was about the layback of the main hoop. You can go up to 10 degrees. And he asked me this question. And I'm like, read the rules. And he came back to me with a really snarky, it's like, well, that's not helpful. I don't need to know this. I'm like, okay. And then I chapter and verse, I spelled out the rules. And he's like, oh, I just found that. Yeah.
Oh, let me Google that for you.
Let me Google that.
I only got a C in college.
Yeah. No apology. No, hey, I'm sorry for wasting your time. He's like, I saw that. And he says, oh, and I'm like, I mean, sorry, but we have the shortest rule set in racing, right? I mean, no, we have the shortest rule set in racing. It is a couple thousand words. There is no huge, thick book. There is no, you have to deal with all of these things. There's no, you need to, penalize this guy if he's got the wrong gear ratio shit in the Lemons rule book, right? We have a short, concise, well-written, not by me, by Jay Lamb. Jay is way better at writing. I said, we need to do these things. And this is what we need to say. And he gets it back to me. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's better than I would have said. And that's what he does, right? We do that.
Excellent.
It works, and it's simple, and it's concise, right? That's where we're at.
Love
And
that.
we appreciate
I love I love the simplicity of it, and it's, don't do things that will kill you, like don't, or other people. It's pretty basic. Go have fun, be safe, and go enjoy, and don't die. Don't die.
Don't die. I mean, and I will say, for lemons, I will say that we have, I don't know the exact math. I have to figure it out, but we have around 30 million miles of racing with no serious injuries.
Knock on wood.
Let's keep it up.
Take that to the bank, right?
Yep.
And that's what we do. Okay.
That's our mic drop on the way out here. Perfect.
I love
right.
it.
And while
Love
you were gone, we talked all about you, where to find you, where to send information, and that will also be in.
We got your
Oh
email
my
in the show
God.
notes. We're good.
So, my phone is already buzzing. Oh, those people.
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, that's just
All right.
that's just us sending you cat pictures. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, hey, I've seen the pictures of you in the airplane naked. Mental. Okay.
There's a
And
cat.
did you have to pay for it? You're welcome.
Yeah, right.
Got you a
No, I
discount
didn't
on
have to
that
pay
one.
for it. Thank you for the code. Okay.
Oh,
All
hey,
right.
so what do we got
All right.
down here for?
What are we doing next week?
Which?
What are we doing next week? Let's see. Do we have?
Oh,
Yeah, I think
we
we
don't
have a
want it
thing.
on the spot. All right, sweet.
No. Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Next week, I think we're not totally sure what it's going to be, but we'll figure it out.
I will do this every week if you guys want me to. I have no problem with that.
Well, you've laid out the black and white of the rules, and so I think next week we're going to have Tom Webb, and he's done all the nerdy research on some very clever solutions that fall well within the boundaries of these rules.
Oh, Tom Webb is close to becoming one of my tech inspectors.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
no. If there was no lemons, Tom Webb would absolutely be a James Bond villain. Not because he's evil, because he's bored.
You guys, I mean, I may not have done well with my let's call them age-related technical problems, but I'll be on this thing anytime.
Hey, we love having
appreciate that, John. Absolutely.
All right.
We will have you back to tell us how we do things poorly.
Oh, Kim, you do things poorly all the time. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of my superpower.
All right. See you guys. Thank you.
All
for
right.
having me.
Hey,
All
thanks
right.
for being
Thanks
on.
so
John.
much,
Really do
John. Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Looks like he did have to actually go get his computer. And if you guys have picked up on that, he did have to go have dental surgery today.
Yeah, we know.
No.
We
telling
didn't
our
stop
listeners.
recording. Oh, we're telling your listeners. Oh, okay.
And that's just how dedicated he is to keeping you safe. He really does. There's a lot of people that will, because based on one interaction, have a negative opinion of that guy. And those people have not spent any time talking to him. He gets very passionate about this. He does care.
He does.
He really does. Very much so.
So if
Fantastic.
you say you don't like John Pagel, you just need to talk to him more.
They've only met one version of John Pagel. They don't like him.
Yeah.
That.
The
There are
why'd my cage just fail version.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right.
Okay.
Well, then,
That's it.
yeah.
Well, I will
Indeed.
see you guys in 2 weeks because I will be stepping away next week
Good idea.
at the race.
So
Daytona.
somebody's still recording. Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Not me.
We haven't wrapped the show yet.
Okay.
I
I think we
did.
have.
Well, yeah. We say our goodbyes and then I hit stop recording.
Okay.
So
Fine.
thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
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 Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, and building because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /E1R. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up, unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels moving.